Hey guys, so today's video is another Pretty Little Liars video, and I haven't done a Pretty Little Liars video since the prediction of what was going to happen at the end of last season when they were going to reveal who the first, or who A was. Before I start, I'm mainly going to be talking about the TV show, so no huge spoiler alerts or anything because I'm talking about a TV show that's current. I haven't seen anything that you guys haven't seen unless if you're not current on watching the TV show. Just my opinions and thoughts on all that. And then also I might refer to some things that have happened in the book. I have a major Pretty Little Liars spoilers video if you guys are interested in seeing a recap or things that have happened in the book. If you don't mind hearing that, or if you're not planning on reading the books, then I'll link to my other Pretty Little Liars video below. I need to make a playlist or something for these. In that video I basically recap in detail, well not in a lot of detail, but everything that happened in books 1 through 8, from just the main big Allie story and what happened there, what really happened there. I think I talked a little bit about book 9. I'm current up to the most recent books. There are going to be 11 in the series. Well, there might be more. Stunning is going to be the newest one. It comes out in December, I believe. The newest one that's actually out is called Ruthless. Is that it? Ruthless. For some reason that doesn't sound right. But anyways, it came out in early June. I have not even started that one yet. I have it on my Kindle, so I need to start that one. So this channel is so funny because, I have my main channel. But then this one was just for really literally anything, and I got so into Pretty Little Liars after getting sucked into the TV show the first season, and then when it went off, when it went on break, I couldn't get enough and I was like, I gotta know what happens next. So basically in a matter of a couple weeks I read 8 books and got into it even more, and then did a video about it. And then it's funny because this has become the video that you guys kind of request the most from me on this channel, and I love talking about Pretty Little Liars. Every week I try to kind of live tweet as it's going, but I try to be kind of careful not to give anything away. But I've really been loving the show lately. I think that it's been really interesting. Yeah, I haven't talked about anything since I made the prediction last season. Yeah, Mona was A. I knew that because she was... Well, I didn't know that, but I felt like the show was going that direction, as I explained in the last vlog that I did about this. But they kept saying it was going to be different. In the books, there are several A's, or several different scenarios of them being attacked by this mystery person, and Mona was the first A in the books. So, so many different things though. So many people get killed off in the books that are still alive in the show. So it's just kind of funny watching the show. And then, but what I think about the show compared to the books, obviously, when I first started watching the show again, when it came back on after that first hiatus in the first season, after I had read all 8 books, I was like, this show sucks because the books are so much better and everything. But now as I've kind of watched more, the series got the TV series has gotten longer, I've read more of the books and things, I definitely appreciate both of them, definitely, because the stories are so different. But what I'm finding is that even though there's all these different subplots and different stories, they get to the end result the same way. I think that everything that's main that happens in the story, in the books, yeah, if you want to read the books, then don't listen to what I have to say for the next 10 seconds, but okay. But the twin thing, how Allie had a twin, Courtney, and all that, I think that's going to definitely come into play, obviously, because that was the most intense, exciting things in the books. So they're going to do that. I know they will. Hi! Oh. Hey, Waylon. Say hi. He's been so shy lately, so camera shy. He's not into Pretty Little Liars. Every week I DVR it, and a lot of times when I watch it, I'll tweet and stuff like I said, and then throughout the week, I'll put it on if I'm doing something else, or sometimes if I just want to watch it again or something. I know I'm a huge dork. I swear to you, every single time I watch that show, no matter if I really pay attention to it one time and then I see different things. It is bizarre. I also think it's an incredibly smartly written show, and I know that's funny to say, it's a teen, drama show, whatever, but I think that some of the clues that they throw in, some things that you wouldn't necessarily catch, that they don't really even have a reason to put in there, you wouldn't miss it if it wasn't in there, but just things that they put in there just to make you think, and things that I'm sure a lot of people would never even see. So this season, they're hitting, I believe, the halfway point where they always do the little hiatus, and then I believe they'll probably come back in the fall. But I think in a couple weeks, or this next episode, I'm not sure. And the big thing that they say that they're going to reveal there is that someone's going to there's going to be a betrayal. And it's going to be, obviously, if it's a betrayal and they're making a big deal about it, somebody that they're close to, somebody that, the girls are close to. In my gut, I'm thinking that it's Ezra. Ezra's going to do something fishy. He has been really, really shady lately. There's been a lot of sketch balls lately. Can't believe I just said sketch balls. I swear, this show makes me think I'm like 16 years old. But yeah, a ton of sketch balls. Oh, we have to talk about Cece. That's another story. But yeah, there's just a lot of weirdness going on. From Ezra's mother to the family, his brother. The first weird thing, well, I don't want to say first, because I mean, you could look back and find all kinds of strange things. When Jason, Allie's brother, was offering the reward money, the $50,000, a couple episodes back, several episodes back in this season, for someone to come forward with any information about, I believe that was after the body was dug up, about like the whereabouts or whatever, and then all of a sudden Arya finds $50,000 in Ezra's, one of his drawers in his dresser. And she confronts him about it, and it's the whole, did he say at that point it was the car? Or that he was, I think he told her about the car at that point, I'm not sure. He was acting really sketchy, and then I remember when she confronted him about it, like, he looked back at the dresser all weird in that episode. But anyways, yeah, recently in this last one, Arya caught him, in that big argument with his brother, and then he made up this huge story. I say made up because it sounded so ridiculous, about the car, about how he had, he had sold the car, that was where the money came from, and then his mom said, oh no, you need to get the car back, so now he's like having to borrow money from her to get the car. It's just dumb. I think that Ezra needs the money, and so he's telling his mom that he's going to break up with Arya so that she'll give him the money, because because she had made Arya that deal that, if you break up with my son, I'll reward you. She's talking about money, but I don't know, I think maybe he's doing that. The betrayal thing is going to be, I think, something kind of unrelated. Like, you think it's going to be like, oh, they're going to reveal something about A. That's what they always make you think. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. I just think that someone's going to get betrayed. It's not going to have anything to do with A. I think it's going to involve Ezra in some way. I could be wrong. And then Cece, oh my gosh, when she first came onto the scene a couple episodes ago, she's the girl that they thought looked just like Allie, and she had her same mannerisms, but then she said, oh, she was Allie's friend and all this. Did that not remind you, if you've read the books, of Tabitha in book 9? It was so creepy. See, I think they kind of take different things from the books, and it's not going to be the same story, obviously, because that is just a whole other crazy thing in itself. But it was just very similar and creepy. And I'm still not really sure where that's going. That could also be the whole betrayal thing, because she's kind of gotten close to all the girls, it seems. Not close, but they're kind of trusting her. Spencer, for as smart as they say that she is, she's just putting too much trust in her. Like, she was going to let her deliver her college application, which then at the end of the last episode, it seemed to have worked out, whatever Cece did. But it just seemed really shady at the time when she was trying to help her and stuff. So I'm really not sure how that's going to pan out. I'm really curious about how Cece's going to tie into all this, because she's just one of those characters that it just doesn't make sense for her to be there unless if something really big is going on. And then the whole night when Allie's body was dug up and then someone framed Emily, she was, drugged. This was the beginning of the first one of the season. It's kind of how it opened. That's kind of what this whole season's been about, them trying to put those pieces of that night together, and they found out that Jenna was there, which she's the sketchiest one of them all. I'm sorry, but she drives me nuts. I don't know, at the one episode where they confronted her, where they said, oh, we know that you can see or whatever, she seemed all nice, and then the next episode they hated her, and it was just back and forth. But this last episode took the cake when they were at the Khan's lake house or whatever, and they were having that party that Cece invited them to, which was the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life, and they were playing this truth game or something. I just thought that was the most bizarre thing when they were playing that truth game. I'm just like, ugh, you people. Jenna got even more annoying than she ever has been before. She was there that night, and then right now they're tying the whole thing into the little wrist thing, the stamp, which was obviously the stamp for the party. They were with someone that Emily was with someone that night. I'm probably just totally losing everybody, but I don't know what they're going to find out about that. Obviously, someone framed Emily, and I think that's probably, I think they're going to wrap that up, obviously, before the season's over. You're going to find out what happened, or the season little hiatus in a couple episodes. But I really think that the whole betrayal thing is going to have something to do with that. I'm going to wrap this up. My big prediction, though, and this is what I've been thinking, I think the whole betrayal thing is going to be that Ezra was a part of that night somehow, and that he accepted money from somebody to do that. So I think that like whoever A is this time or whatever, probably called Jason to give them like a tip about that night or whatever. They got the $50,000 because at the beginning of the season you saw Jason writing the check, so you knew someone had tipped him off about something and he was going to deliver the reward. So someone got the money, or A got the money, and then I think that A paid off Ezra because Ezra needed the money to kind of help Jenna and all them frame Emily to make it look like she had dug the body up. That's my prediction. I could be wrong, as always, because a minute ago I just predicted that it was going to be Cece and somehow. But yeah, I mean, anybody could be this person that they're calling the betrayal or whatever. So my question for you is, what do you think? Who do you think is going to do the whole betrayal or whatever? So yeah, I could talk. I have so many other things on my mind that I could talk about the show, but yeah, until next time, we will have more of these discussions. But let me know what your thoughts are, what your thoughts on the whole betrayal thing is, what you think is going to happen. Those are just my opinions. Like I said, I don't really know. And if you want to see any more Pretty Little Liars videos, I will link them below. And I'm also going to work on creating like a Pretty Little Liars playlist so that you can go to the main page of my channel. And then I believe like in the lower right, you're right, not lower, but kind of like midway down the page, there'll be a little section for playlists, and I'll make a Pretty Little Liars one. But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye.